Moin and welcome to our last episode of the Intune Suite webinar. Today we have a look on the enterprise application management of Intune. And yeah, my name is Felix Hollermann. I'm a cloud engineer at glueckkanja. And yeah, my main topics are managed Intune, Azure Virtual Desktop, and Windows 365. And my colleague Daniel is also joining us. Daniel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Felix. Yeah, welcome. My name is Daniel Rung. I'm also a cloud engineer at glueckkanja. I'm focusing on our development on the managed Intune service we have, and there I work with monitoring, reporting, and automating stuff in Intune. Felix.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, the agenda for today. First of all, we have a look on what is Intune ERM and the licensing and prerequisites, how to packaging Windows Windows 32 application with Intune using the enterprise app catalog. How to control updates with ERM. An overview over RBAC and multi-admin approval and troubleshooting app deployment issues. Yeah, first of all, what is ERM? ERM or Application Enterprise App Management is an add-on for the Intune suite. The core feature is the app catalog. Microsoft has curated a large selection of ready-to-use apps, both in Microsoft itself and third-party vendors also. And yeah, the great thing is that these apps come as ready-to-use packages, meaning Microsoft already prepares and hosts the file, so you don't have to package anything yourself. This makes deployment really simple. You just browse the catalog, pick your app and deploy it. And updating apps works the same way. And the best part, everything is built into the Intune Admin Center, so no extra tools or external portals are needed. It's all in one place. Yeah, Daniel, something about licensing and prerequisites.
Yeah, let's start with the licensing. So any user which get installed an application through ERM is needs to be licensed. So the user needs either an Intune Suite license or an add-on license for ERM. And from the third quarter of 2026, ERM is also be integrated into the M365 E5. So this makes maybe the decision a lot easier. Any device which installs ERM apps needs to be obviously in Microsoft Intune and needs to be enrolled into Intune. And today we talk just about Windows 11. I think Windows 10, the most of you shouldn't have it anymore. Yeah, Felix, let's go on.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's you.
Packaging,
Right.
yeah. Right. Packaging, yeah. In the traditional way, the packaging was with Win32 apps. You download the executable, the MSI from the manufacturer, and you need to wrap it into an Intune Win file to upload it and install it on clients. So you download it, making maybe an install script with Bash or with PowerShell, and add some sources, whatever. And after that, you can upload it and deploy it to devices. And every time an application needs an update, you need to do the whole procedure. And yeah, on the next page, we will see how this was or how this looks like in the moment. So you need a content prep tool, you need all the sources in one folder, and then you need to wrap it. And Felix, you show us how it could go easier with some basic apps like Chrome, Firefox, what else?
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, how to use the ERM. First of all, Daniel has built something cool in his GitHub repository. It's an overview over the enterprise app catalog. And yeah, he built queries with the Graph API to count the applications and has a cool summary. And yeah, these numbers are from this morning. And yeah, we have about 1,500 total packages and about 900 unique products. It means, yeah, in Firefox version with different languages counts as a package, but as a unique product. So yeah, you have about 900 different packages and yeah, over 1,500 total packages. Yeah, about 500 publishers and about 24% packages can update it by itself, like in Chrome updater. Yeah. When you want to have a look in Daniel's GitHub repository, you can use the QR code or the link here. Yeah, there are some summaries like update overview over the last 30 days, 7 days, and so you can watch the data, on what topics Microsoft has worked in the last days. Thank you, Daniel, for this cool work. Yeah, using the Enterprise App Catalog. Yeah, it's pretty simple. When you add an app in Intune, you choose the Enterprise App Catalog app category, and then you can go on next. Yeah, but let's have a look on it because it's cooler to see in live. Yeah, here's my lab tenant, and in my lab tenant, I have activated the trial of Enterprise App Management. So the license is active, so we can use it. And yeah, when we go in the Windows apps and create a new app, we can choose the app type Enterprise App Catalog and go into it. Yeah, you can scroll, yeah, and have a look what is here. Yeah, but for today, I want to use Keeper. Yeah, here's an overview over the available versions, language, architecture, and the version. Okay, I selected and we go on. Now everything is pre-filled, but we have also the option to type in our own informations. Yeah. When you want to update the owner nodes or upload an image from the app, Microsoft has no images here. So every app image you must upload by yourself. And yeah, we go to the next page. This is the program page and the silent command page. Every command is pre-filled here, but when we need some more commands like X, Y, and so on, we can just update it here and use it. And when we need to use more commands and like sets and registry key after the execution of this program, we can also add an own PowerShell script and upload it here and install the software within PowerShell script. But for today, we leave it as a standard here. For the uninstaller, the same. We can also use a PowerShell script, but we use the standard here with the MSI uninstall code here. And we have an installation time window. Here 60 minutes. When we know the software needs some more time, maybe we must adjust it here. And we can also switch the available uninstall if it's available or not. The install behavior is grayed out. It's for system. It's a system package. And we can also choose what is handled with device restarts. Here in the default are updated some return codes of the setup. When we know that our setup has a special return code, we can add it here and can choose the type of it. But we can also choose that no device restart is handled here. Yeah, then we go to the next page, the requirements. Here we can choose the platform where the package should be run. When we want to test the package on ARM systems, we can check it here, and maybe it works. You must test it. Then we can choose a minimum operating system. The disk space, physical memory, processors, and the CPU speed. And we can also choose some custom requirements, like this file and this folder must be on the system that the program can be installed, or the registry key or an own script. Choose on your own. But for today we leave it as standard here and go to the next page. The detection rules, it's also pre-filled here, and Intune checks here for the key pause password manager exe file, and if it has the version 18.0.1, it will be reported as installed, and everything is fine. But we can also add own detection rules here. If we want to check is another file here, an MSE value is on the system, or just to check a registry key. But we leave it as standard here. A supersedence feature. Maybe we want to use keeper instead of keepers. Then we can add here an app. It's not here yet, but in case you want, you can choose here an app, and when the app is installing, Intune will uninstall the other program which you choose here, and will replace it. But for today we leave it so. And here you can make your assignments, required, available, uninstall. Just for testing for today, we make an available assignment for enrolled device on all users. In my test tenant is only one test user active, so everything is fine. And go to next and create the app. So the keeper for webcast is deployed, and now we can wait for Intune and could install it on our systems. Because it takes some time with Intune and app deployments, I have deployed yesterday some apps, and for example, here's Visual Studio Code. I deployed it as also as available, but I don't install it. I want to go to the eFunView package. I deployed it as required to all users in my tenant, and here we can see it has been installed on my Max Mustermann machine here. And you have a device install status and user install status, and also a relationship viewer. Here's nothing here, while it's an own package and has no relationships to other packages, so the diagram is empty. But when you have deployments in place, here's your page to see how the deployment works. And have an overview here also. Now we can have a look on the test machine. And have a look how users can install apps which are marked as available. Here's the Visual Studio Code, which I published yesterday. We can go to the apps page to see all, but here's only one. And can click on install. Then the download begins and the installing is also beginning. It takes some time. I think we go on with the presentation and switch over to Daniel.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you for the demo. Now Felix added an application to Intune via ARM, and but what are the update controls we have here? If you switch the next slide, so any application which get an update from the manufacturer, Microsoft will pick up, I think, no longer than 24 hours if it's updated. And any admin decides when he updates to which version. But here we must say it's always the newest version Microsoft publishing of the application itself. So the admin can decide when he adds the update to the package. We have a nice report I will show you in the next demo, which software packages you already purchased or added from the ARM store, and which has a new updated version. Also special for the updated ones is you want to maybe uninstall the previous version or what else, but you see it in the newest version then that is linked to the old one inside the supersedences. And you have the option to first test, pilot to some groups before rolling out the software to all devices or all users. And like we saw, there are 300 plus self-updating apps like Chrome with its own update process in the software itself. You can update. It's absolutely recommended to update the base version of this software packages, because new clients should always install the most newest software package, not a year old or whatever. And inside the detection of the updated package, there is an check for the version, and it checks if the software is greater or equal to this version. So if it sees Chrome is currently updated through Chrome itself, it will just say, hey, Chrome is on the right version here, so I'm good, it's installed. Yeah, let's go to the demo. I will share my screen for that. So you should see my screen now. Felix, thumbs up.
Yeah,
You see it?
everything is
Perfect.
fine.
Okay, that I don't talk alone here. So where we start here also in the Intune portal, like adding the app for updating. We go under apps, and here in the monitoring section we have an implemented report from Microsoft, the Enterprise App Catalog apps with updates. So we can look into it, and we see here only the apps, not all apps from ARM, only the apps which has currently an updated version, so where we have the option to update to a newer version. And in this case we can click on Chrome, and we will move to the older version. And now we have here the option, it's not anymore grayed out because it has the signal that it has a new update available. And here we can just click on the update, and here we get the information that because we start the update from this application, it will be automatically set as superseded app. So we confirm this, and now we need to know every modification we did previously in the creation of the app, like adding a logo, it will not be took over. So what you need to do when you do an update and you changed maybe or you added a logo, you need to do it again. Yeah, maybe it's changed in the future, but for now, this is the process here. Also for the program, if you made some install commands like other arguments behind the MSI, or you added a PowerShell script, especially at the PowerShell script, you need to modify the PowerShell script so it takes the right installer and the right commands and whatever you did there. So this need to be done on every update. The requirements here are also the pre-filled requirements from Microsoft. Can go here next. And then we have the detection rules. So here we see the updated version. This is the current version we have. If this will be on a client which has already the Chrome version of this one, it will be just say, I don't need to install, I'm already installed. So here are no other flags. It's just the check B for the version. And if you want to scope for the administration of maybe regions or teams, you also can here add scope tags. And like I said in the beginning of the process, Chrome will be added as a superseded application. So for other applications, it's maybe more necessary. Chrome will always update itself unless you will change it in the programs and or in the command line. And you need, it's not always working like this. For Chrome, it will work if it just over-install over the existing Chrome. But for some applications, it's maybe necessary to make a clean uninstall of the application, that this updated application can be installed. It's but it's always the default is no for the uninstalled previous version. But this could also be effect in the installation of the update. Yeah, and because you make subsidences and whatever, it's a good idea to first to test the updates on a client or pilot it on a preview group. And you have here all the known deployment methods like mandatory applications on required, available optional applications here. And you also can uninstall the application via this update. And we take here the available one because here's an interesting new flag we don't know from Win32 apps itself. Maybe here, yeah. Yeah, you can do filters, whatever. But here is also an auto update flag. This is really good for the available updates because if an like here this Chrome package was previously installed via an available app and you assign the second app, it's not a required one, but if you use this checkbox for auto updating, it will be detect the older one through the supersedence and will start after a while to install it automatically without user interaction. If you want a user interacts by himself to update the application, you just don't check this box. But for this example, just add the app. Now we should see in the relationship viewer that here this app is scoped to the previous Chrome for Business app. And if you have more supersedences, the relationship viewer will have more fields at the end. So I did a demo for FileZilla in the morning. So we have a fresh one here. And I updated the FileZilla to 375. And I also did it as an optional app and with a supersedence to the 369.5. And now we have the auto installer here and the app appear, and we as the user have in the company portal the option to update now. And here we have also the information that this app if we don't update it, it will be automatically installed later. So later means in a couple of hours, not immediately. Yeah. So that's it from the demo here. Let's switch back to the PowerPoint.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. I think it's working, right?
No.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. So let's go on with the next topic. RBAC overview and MAA, so multi-admin approval. Any application works as any other application. So if you have your team has the built-in role application manager, it cannot only create Win32 apps or PKG apps for macOS. It also can add apps through the ARM store, if you have one license, of course. And this will just work out of the box. Obviously, the global administrator and the Intune administrator has already these rights. But if you want to make it more smaller groups with this permissions, you can use the application manager. Or you want to separate the creation of an app through ARM and assignment, then you can work this out with custom roles. And of course, you can add an ARM, or maybe not of course, but you can add an ARM app multiple times. And for that, you can also scope tag them with different regions or yeah, whatever. So there are all the possibilities we have with the Intune role RBAC. And maybe because it was a lot in the media right now for the multi-admin approval for wiping, deleting devices. And just to say it, the multi-admin approval has also an option for application management. So it's protected the deployment, the creation, the deletion, the modification on any app from iOS to Windows, macOS, whatever. So means a single admin cannot act alone. It needs always an approver. I just want to highlight this point because yeah, it's maybe a nice feature. And on the next page, I will show you how you will start. So in the tenant administration of the Intune portal, you can click on multi-admin approval. You will first, before anything works, you need to create an access policy. In the access policy, we have on the right side, you see the policy type. It's app here, and it counts for all platforms from iOS, Android, macOS to Windows. It's not just for EAM, it's for any application type here. You just add the group of approvers. Should be more than one person because one who is requesting cannot be also the approver. So the second one needs to approve. And before you create it, you need to make the approval process. So you create an access policy, someone in the approvers list, which is not you, needs to approve that this access policy is created in the tenant. Yeah, and if it's created, you see on the left side, you make a change on an application. Maybe you update the application, you assign it to another one. There's not a create button, there's a submit for approval. So you give your business justification, why you do this change, and then you submit for approval. And on the right side, you see it's not changed the application itself. It says that it's a pending approval request. So someone needs to approve before you can go on. And from the other side, so the approver side, see it then in the multi-admin approval list. It is a request. On the right side, you see which changed on the application, maybe the version number, whatever, or the assignment. and then you can approve it or you can reject the request. If you reject it, the request will be removed and the changes on the application will be also set back. So, I think, Felix, it's your turn.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, we will go on with troubleshooting app deployment issues. Common issues. Installation failures like app has been not installed, detection failures like app installed but Intune reported failed, or install hang processes, so the client is stuck. You must identify the type by checking in the Intune status, like error codes and so on. You have to check the install comments. Everything is correct and works silently. Test the installer manually on a test machine with the same command to see if it works properly. And maybe missing silent switches or bad syntax are mistakes here. Check the detection rules. If Intune shows installed immediately or never detects install, double check the detection logic. For example, correct the file path and version for exe, or the registry keys. An incorrect detection rule can mark an install as failed, even if it succeeded. Requirements and scopes. Verify that the device meets the requirements, like the OS version, architecture. Also confirm the device is in the target group and not excluded elsewhere. And network and content delivery. If many devices are failing, consider if it's a content issue. Ensure that your endpoints can reach the Intune service endpoints, or the delivery optimization settings are not blocking large downloads. You can monitor the installation status in the monitor page in Intune. And when you see a high count of install failures in an app, you have to do some work here and pay attention on it. And some troubleshooting and logs tips. You can use the troubleshooting pane in Intune to see the user and device status. You can collect diagnostic data with the remote log collection feature. You can have a look on the logs in the local client under C, program data, Microsoft, Intune management logs and logs. One tip at this point, use the CCM trace tool, which you know from SCCM. It will help you to read the logs. You can use the Windows event viewer. MSI errors are stored under Windows logs and application. And the retry mechanism, failed installed retry is on every next Intune check-in. And you can re-upload or increase the version of an app to force in retry. One last thing from our side. We just walk through everything Microsoft EM has to offer. And don't get us wrong, it's a cool solution. Microsoft has done the heavy lifting for you. Every app in the catalog comes fully pre-configured. The packaging works, the silent install switches, the detection rules, all of them is already done. You just pick up your app, hit deploy, can grab a coffee while Intune does the rest for you. Everything is natively inside Intune, no extra tools needed, and for many organizations, that's already gets you pretty far. But here's the thing, once you start managing a modern workplace at scale, you quickly realize that software deployment is really just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. And that's exactly where we want to switch over to RealmJoin. Our glueckkanja product RealmJoin is not a replacement for Microsoft Intune or Entra ID. It works alongside them and fully alliance with the Microsoft ecosystem. And what RealmJoin does is bridge the gaps that exist in Microsoft Native's cloud-based workplace. Think of it as the missing piece that makes the environment complete. This includes well-stocked application package store, managed application lifecycles, supporter features like local administrator password solutions, automations with runbooks, and even an Azure Virtual Desktop support. And yeah, RealmJoin brings together a wide range of modules, all designed to make a modern workplace management easier in a professional environment. And it's built on established technologies, which is known by Microsoft and also trusted. And Microsoft knows RealmJoin well. And new features are released on a regular basis because whenever we spot a gap, we build a bridge. And yeah, in the package store, we have over 2,500 applications. Over thousands applications are maintained. It means that they are auto-updated by us. So whenever application is not behind the paywall or login wall, we can update it automatically. We have about 80 runbooks for daily tasks and over 20 features. Some features we want to mention here. At this point, we support macOS packages over Intune. So you can deploy Intune package macOS packages over Intune through our RealmJoin store. You can deploy Windows and ARM packages over our packaging store with Intune on own RealmJoin agent. On Windows, we have an own RealmJoin agent available. It's much simpler and better than the native Intune deployment because you can trust it, and it is much faster than the normal Intune deployment, especially when you have big packages like CID packages. You have a packaging as a service team, so every package which is specially for you, like in banking software or an SAP or machine software, can be packaged by our team as a service. We have a multi-user support, so your multi-user devices can be also deployed with RealmJoin, and the software deployments are better here. We have the runbooks to automate everything in your daily life. We have the RealmJoin Labs solution, so you can deploy different labs accounts to your clients and can use also a self-lab service. So trusted users can use their own labs credentials for their own clients. But we also support the native Intune labs, so you can choose what you want. We have remediations, a remediation gallery, and we have also a remote control for remediations. Everything you can click in Intune, you can also control over RealmJoin. You have an overview over the remediations, the BitLocker recovery, and we have much more settings and just an offer from us. You can just check it out by yourself. You can go to realmjoin.com/startnow and enroll your tenant to RealmJoin, and just can start with a demo and can test application deployments with RealmJoin. So there's no paywall, there is no you can start directly and just test it, and maybe you want to use it and then but you can test it without any credit card or something like that. So if you want to test it, you can go to realmjoin.com and have a look on it. So
thank you, Felix.
That was the last thing from my side. I think the last famous words goes to you, Daniel.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you for everybody joining us today for our last webcast from this series. The video will be uploaded to YouTube in a couple of weeks, maybe days. like the rest of the other ones from the Intune Suite webcast series. If you have any questions now, just use the Q&A. And we have already 2 questions there, so we will first answer them, and maybe you want to ask us something else, just use the Q&A. One turns about licensing. It's a good question. So if you have one user license with an E5, M365 E5, and the rest of the users will be a free license or E3 license, so not with the EAM add-on. The feature itself will be activated, and you can create applications inside the application deployment in Intune, and you can deploy it, and you can install it on any Windows 11 enrolled client, but you need to know if. So from Microsoft, it's any user which installs or get deployed an application which has the application type enterprise application management needs to be licensed. So either from an M365 E5 or from the add-on EAM or from an Intune suite license. So there's not a directly check if it's done. It's you basically just can get in trouble if you have a license audit from Microsoft or somewhere else, and the users are not licensed. So keep this in mind. Yeah. The next question: is there any first the first one? Is there any way to automatically deploy new updates? So it's not from the UI, but you have possibilities to do it via the Graph API to check if there are new versions and to recreate these applications. So yeah, it's done by development work through PowerShell and Graph API. And the newest question is there any webinar online for RealmJoin, especially about macOS? Felix, do you know if we have an?
Yeah, I think there's something
Yes,
in the YouTube
I
channel.
see it in the chat. Yeah, on YouTube we have an. Yeah, we have on YouTube we have a video podcast about this topic. So just check out on YouTube glueckkanja. There you should find it, and also on the documentations of RealmJoin. So. Okay. Last chance for a question. I don't see anyone, I think. Then
Maybe I can.
Thank you for joining today and have a nice day.